Good day, urban gamers, and welcome to another episode of Four Brothers in the Basement.
We're
actually gonna go and talk to them about Kingdom Hearts because it should be only a PlayStation 4 exclusive. But if you ever get a chance to come to C2E2 next year, 2014, go to all the panels. They give you a
Hey, sorry ladies, man is out. Boyfriends, husbands, they're gonna be gone for a while. This has been Four Brothers in the Basement, right here.
Four Brothers in the Basement. That's right, just wanted to shout out to you. Thanks, follow them, whatever you gotta do, follow me. J-State Frank official fan page. You guys are the best. What's up right there?
Good day, urban gamers, and welcome to another episode of Four Brothers in the Basement. I am your host, Fox Dorsey, joined me by Will
How you doing?
and Let's Dorsey.
What up?
On today's show, we're going to give you our criteria for Game of the Year. But first things first, let's see what everybody's been playing. Will, what you been playing?
Smash Brothers! Woo!
Smash Brothers! Will, how are you enjoying Smash Brothers?
I am enjoying it a lot, actually. Duck Hunt is raw as heck. I don't know how to play with him fully, but he is raw.
I'm so glad you said heck. So Duck Hunt is probably your new favorite character right now?
No, Yoshi will always be top. He got a buff. That's awesome.
He has a what?
A buff. There's League of Legends talk.
There's tier list. For people who are really serious about Smash Brothers, there's a tier list, and go check it out online.
Yoshi's
like number 4 on the tier list, and that's just ridiculous.
What number is Toon Link? You laugh, but don't act like Toon Link didn't see you flying across the
He's
sky.
not top tier. He's not top.
That's okay. When I'm playing with him, he is. Lex, what you been playing?
Recently, I've been playing Smash Bros., but also I've just got into Dragon Age Inquisition. Sorry about that. Been playing it all day today.
So how far are you? How are you liking Dragon Age?
So far I'm liking Dragon Age pretty good. When I first started the game, when making the character, and I got to the final part and finishing it, they told me if I wanted to bring in my world. And I was like, oh my god, I've been waiting for this for a long, long time. Because I didn't know if I could transfer all my data from the old one because of the new gen, and I was going to be upset if I couldn't. But then, Dragon Age had their DragonAgeKeep.com, and then once you go into there, all your profiles from your old BioWare stuff, it gets updated, and it shows you a little cutscene of all the things you've done so far until you get to play this game.
See, and it sounds like they did that part of the game right, because that was one of my biggest worries, is that all the work that you put into the first two games aren't going to carry over to the third.
Yeah, I was wondering how they're going to do that.
Which they said it was from the get-go. It was going to be 3 games. They're all going to be connected. The choices that's all going to follow through. So I'm glad that seems like it's still intact.
It has, and I enjoy that a lot. So far, the game mechanics in that game is really good. They give you the options of, how Dragon Age 2 was your quick button shoots, the small still selections of the X, the Y, and the B. But also, you can do the strategy mode as well. When you click on your left bumper, yes, you can click on, when you click on the menu, the quick menu option, and it goes into a strategical mode where you can place your units wherever you want to, be able to see the whole map, view all the enemies, and click on each one, and then be able to strategically point out which one to do.
Strategically, you said it right the first time.
The overhead view is what you're talking about.
Yes, right? Overhead
how
view.
we like to play our strategy.
Real-time strategy.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can slow it down, and what it is, which is really nice, is with your right trigger is you can hold it and you can just let it play out, and then when you need to stop, let it go, and it just freezes the game for you, and you can just take your time again, figure out what you want to do, then hold that button to let it play through. And I was like, I can get used to this. Hard mode ain't no joke though. Like, I don't want to play insane yet.
I'm just gonna stop you there because I don't want you to ruin it for me, because he tends to do that. He tends to ruin games for all of us. So, but once you get done with that, we're definitely looking forward to your review on Dragon Age. Hope everyone's Thanksgiving was excellent. We did, like Will said, play a lot of Smash Brothers over the Thanksgiving weekend. Unfortunately, we did not get up to 8 people in our Smash Brothers invitational. So once we had 7. We had 7, and it was a lot of fun. It was like, because what I loved about Smash Brothers is that when you're playing with individual people and you have vendettas against certain people, it's like, okay, you get in, and it's like, no, I'm going to go for you. And I'm just going to say this right now. Our cousin, Jakari, now I don't know for the two of y'all, but he whooped me from stage to stage. It seemed like he won every battle. So when we do this again in December, Jakari, I got something for you. I'm gonna go train because now you're gonna bring out the old Toon Link in me. It's over. Everyone is starting to formulate their Game of the Year games. You're gonna have every website under the sun is gonna give their opinion about what should be the best of the best of the best. But they never tell you how they're judging these games. They just give you a list of games and say, this is number one, and they give you this explanation, but they never tell you how they base or rank that game against everyone else.
For.
Hey, look, Spike TV. So let's talk about what should be your criteria for Game of the Year. So we came up with a few things that we think all games should be judged by. Let's talk about some of the obvious ones, your plot and your story. If a game doesn't have a good story, a good plot, Call of Duty, it should not be considered for Game of the Year. Now,
some people say Call of Duty had a good plot though.
Some people say Call of Duty had a good plot.
I did like Modern Warfare plot.
But this is we're talking about Advanced Warfare though.
But they said Advanced Warfare actually has a good plot. One guy said he played through it and he wanted to do a replay of it just so he can get everything in it. And I'm like, okay, but then he turned around and said, but once Destiny drops with their new expansion pack, that's gonna be all over.
So story is one of the key factors in determining Game of the Year. Any games that had good stories this year that you can think of right off the top of your guys' head?
Ooh, right now, Assassin's Creed Unity has a really good storyline so far.
I'm gonna disagree with you with that.
Well, I got two, so I haven't beaten the whole game yet. So
I'm gonna disagree with you because I didn't find Unity's storyline to pull me in. It didn't like I don't really even remember the storyline. They just all seem like different missions to me. And don't get me wrong, like just doing a bunch of assassinations is totally awesome because that's what you want to do as an assassin. But as far as storyline, I don't really think Unity's storyline drew me in at all.
For me, I had indie games to play, so the only game that put me in was Transistor. So, that game really pulled me in.
I could say Child Light, another indie game, pulled me in too. When I did my last review on it, I was just dumbstruck surprised. I was having fun with it.
Game mechanics is another important criteria for Game of the Year. Just because a game has a good story, it may be excellent, the best story you've ever played, but if the controls are weird, if menus seem out of place, if the world map is weird, like anything just weird that interferes with the story can mess up a game's chances for Game of the Year. Game mechanics. Let's talk about some game mechanics. I'm trying to think of games that come to mind. Even thinking as far back as Titanfall. Titanfall's mechanics were excellent. I was gonna say parkour, but just the wall running and the boost jump. That game mechanic, like now, Call of Duty stole
jumping in and out of Titans.
Yeah, jumping in and out of Titans in Titanfall was by far one of the smoothest mech transitions I've ever played. Because if you go back to Mech Assault Lone Wolf, switching from your mech and getting out to going on foot.
That was never
No one wanted to run around on foot and Mech Assault Lone Wolf.
Don't do it.
Some other games that had good mechanics. Mario Kart. Mario Kart to me is an excellent game and it should be considered for Game of the Year because the mechanics in Mario Kart are excellent. Anyone can pick it up. Any child, anyone in your family can pick it up. Anyone can have fun with Mario Kart. True. And it was easy to control but difficult to master because not only did you have to reacclimate yourself with the boost, there's also the boost jump where you can jump and hop and do the boost like 3 or 4 times in a row.
Okay, I was doing that.
And even with the new gravity system in Mario Kart, like it was just excellent. Those game mechanics were excellent. Any other games that had good mechanics, game mechanics that you can think of?
So far right now, that Dragon Age is kind of looking good to me.
And with Dragon Age, we had a fan. Let's read the fan post because he asked us about it. Blake C. Warner asked, "I would love to hear you guys discuss your thoughts on Dragon Age Inquisition. Game of the year, in my opinion." Terrell, so far, Game of the year in your opinion? We know the storyline, and the plot is excellent. What about game mechanics?
For game mechanics, I would say yes. It still had both your Dragon Age 1 and your Dragon Age 2 game mechanics. So whoever loved Dragon Age 2 game mechanics, you have it in Inquisition. If you love the Dragon Age 1 game mechanics, you still have it in the Inquisition. It's like, it gave you the best of both worlds. So you won't be like, oh, this is another Dragon Age 2, oh, this is another Dragon Age 1. No, it combined the two together so people can have that different feel. So if I want to go hack and slash still with my warrior and be that mage in the back just holding the R button still and doing one button combinations and stuff, you still got that. But for all the strategy people out there, you still have that, all right, let me widen the screen out, see what I'm going to do, plan my events, plan my moves, and bam.
I need combos. I need chain reactions.
Oh, how Dragon Age 1 did it?
Yes.
I haven't gotten that far yet.
So the freeze, hex, and then drain life for that extra double drain. That's what I need.
Another game I want to throw out there real quick that I thought had excellent game mechanics, Lord of the Rings Shadow of Mordor. The whole fact that you can control, you know what I'm saying, the orcs and your other enemies, and just having to find those generals and those leaders to advance the game. Like, I thought that was a unique game mechanic, and it did it excellent. And it's probably one of the reasons why Shadow of Mordor should be considered for Game of the Year, because of those game mechanics right there. Let's talk about something that a lot of people will probably disagree with, whether or not, especially in this generation of consoles, and it's graphics. And not just graphics, but let's talk about graphics, the visuals, and the art style, because a lot of the reasons why some indie games win are because of their visuals, are because of the art style that they take. Even if you go back as far as you look at it's not Flow, it's something else. Oh, this is gonna kill me, people, that I can't think of it. Last year's controversy game of the year. I'm sure you guys are all gonna talk about me for not remembering the name of it, but let's talk about some games that were just graphically beautiful. Assassin's Creed was just graphically beautiful. Just the scope and the range and the art style of it. Like, this is the first Assassin's Creed that the buildings looked actual, scale, you know what I'm saying, to you not being this. Because I went back because I played Unity, and then I went back and I wanted to see the difference between Brotherhood. Okay. And so, like, I played Brotherhood, I climbed to the highest building, and like, it just seems flat, and like, it was only like 2 or 3 story buildings in Brotherhood. You look at Assassin's Creed Unity, like, I had to climb the Eiffel Tower. Like, that was crazy. Like, those visuals were amazing. Visually stunning games that were out this year.
For me, it would have to be, you know what? How Whale said transition for him, that game actually kind of got me hooked too. I saw how the artwork was, and I was like, oh, that art's pretty good.
Beautiful.
I have been, and then it's another key fact that we're gonna get to. I'll get to that later. But yeah, the visuals of how they did that and how they just mixed it all together with the. I'll wait for it. But it was just it was just beautiful, and then it drew me in even more. There was a lot of key facts in that game that makes me want that game to be Game of the Year.
Another game that I haven't been able to get my hands on, and once I do, I know I'm gonna love it. It's Far Cry 4. Heard the visuals in that game are stunning, and compared to Far Cry 3, I have no reason to believe it shouldn't be graphically stunning, because Far Cry 3 was amazing in the graphics department, and so is Far Cry 4 from what I've heard, and so is the story and the plot in Far Cry 4. Another game which should be considered for Game of the Year. Destiny had wonderful visuals, yes, like from the moon to the earth to Venus, the Black Garden. All visuals were excellent.
Even if you weren't just like running around the main storyline, you just took the moment to look out through the area, what's out all the way out there, just in the back and,
And
stuff,
even-
it just look good. Like, you just want to know what's out there. Like, is it going to be open to me? Am I going to be able to go across this huge lake or ocean that's out there?
Is that big red number gonna pop up on the screen?
And tell me to turn that? Like sometimes I'll stop and just sit down, just look at the graphics. Like, wow, the sun just looks like the actual real sunlight, and just it looks really amazing.
Let's talk about replay value. Replay value in some games is important, and some games it isn't. To me, a game like Dragon Age, although I would love it hands down, I don't see myself going back and replaying a Dragon Age. Like, that's just how I am with RPGs. Like, once I finish an RPG and I put like 40 plus hours into it, I'm not gonna go back and start a new.
It takes time to go back to single player RPGs or single player games to replay them, to do the replay value, because you can't just beat the game and be like, okay, let me play this one more time and do a different path. You're gonna be bored. You already did it. Blah blah blah. No, you gotta give it another game or two. Go play a different game. Go play Call of Duty. Go play Titanfall or whatever.
But
Destiny.
See, Dragon
and then
Age,
come back to it.
But Dragon Age is different though. Whatever you did in Dragon Age affected the next game, so it made you want to do different routes and stuff. It made you want to replay it again. That's how Dragon Age is different from a little bit of RPGs out there, because anything you did affected the next game. It's not like, okay, I did this, it's not going to carry over. Like, if it didn't carry over, your equipment and stuff didn't carry over. Your choices that you made still carry over. Like Mass Effect, your choices still carry over. So you still wanted to replay Mass Effect to get that alternate.
Right, and I'm pretty sure people played Mass Effect either once or twice that had those two different story elements in there, and then went back to the next one and played it twice with those different things.
Well, no, Mass Effect, you had like I think 3 different choices for your prologue, for how you started off when you grew up. They still mentioned that in the second game, like you are a war veteran and stuff, and you survived the war, or you came from a communist area. They still mention that in different games. So I think games like that gives you choices for your character development.
But see, those are little choices though.
But those still matter though. That's still your personality.
The choices I'm talking about was like having Captain Anderson being the one of the in the member of the council versus
him just being a regular.
He saved them, and now he's just I know you're talking about
the other guy. I can't remember the other guy's name.
But
like him.
Let's move on because we're starting out of time. Some games that are out this year that have excellent replay value. You always want to bring up multiplayer games. Mario Kart for the Wii U, Smash Brothers, excellent replay value. I'm gonna say Call of Duty, just because I know you people are out there looking at me like, stop being biased against Advanced Warfare. So we'll throw that out there just with the addition of the loot system.
Notice how you stop saying Titanfall.
Titanfall. I have not played Titanfall since Destiny came out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just haven't gone back to it.
I already knew. I didn't play.
That's why it's $5 more.
And then just the last, and which I think is probably one of the main components to deciding what your game of the year is your overall enjoyment, your overall experience of the game. How much fun you had with it, like how long you played it. Like, did you play it like 4 hours straight every day because you just couldn't put it down? Your overall enjoyment. How are you enjoying Dragon Age? Like,
I started playing at 11 o'clock in the morning, and I just stopped like maybe 20 minutes ago. Real talk. You
see why he's the one who reviews all the games.
That's how we play games, though.
Yep.
So that's just us.
We're running out of time, so those are our criteria for Game of the Year. We're gonna start funneling our Game of the Years coming up soon. Our next episode, we're gonna focus on indie games, because indie games are huge. They're starting to knock off these AAA titles for Game of the Year. But I want to ask a question to you guys, and we'll leave on that, and ask this question to you guys out there in the audience. Should technical and launch issues affect a game's chances of Game of the Year? You have Assassin's Creed, which has been horrible out the gate. You have, what else has had day one issues? I'm just mad about Assassin's Creed.